what role media is playing in India, and is really media doing enough? I have a question answer rather, both yes and no. Yes, in this sense, I will just again go to my research when I did a nationwide research study on coverage of gender issues in India for Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. I traveled whole of India, and in each state I took now 9 newspapers for about 2 months, and I analyzed all the news reports, whether they were news-based, they were editorial articles, everything you can say analyze it. And what I found a lot of coverage given to women, and I categorized that: women in politics, women in economics, women in education, women in sports, and women and violence and whatnot. But the highest coverage which I found was to women and violence. Because why most of these news reports were about women and violence? It is not something that it's media which is reporting, but since media is the reflection of the society, so society reflects what is happening to women. So I will not say that it is something which interests media, but to me as a woman, I say it doesn't interest women, but this is something which is happening in our society. Then next was women and entertainment. Everywhere you go, you found women in Bollywood, women in Hollywood, then all the actresses, their dresses and all. So a lot of information. I think that space could have been used to other areas. I found lot of separate pages, special pages for women, but those special pages were useless because they were targeted towards urban or we can say elite women, and again the news was about women in entertainment and nothing else. Real women issues were not highlighted. But when I asked these media proprietors, why is there a less coverage on women issues, their answer was that we will write if we get response from the society. We are not getting good number of articles from the women organizations who really can work for the betterment of the women. Number one. Number two, there was a story, there was a journalist whom I met. She was covering women and domestic violence was one of the issues, one of the big cities. And when I told her that why is that you have left behind this report when there was a huge domestic violence case in that particular state, and she said I couldn't make an impact story later. When I reported it, my proprietor called me and he told me that since we are getting huge revenue from that particular family in which the domestic violence case had occurred, so we can't just report it any further, because newspapers themselves have also to survive, so they survive on ads. So if a big event in some big family happens, so they can't help it. So there are many issues which are really this time affects media, and media is really helpless in that situation. Thank you. I think I responded to your question, and do you want some?
Yes, this is very good, very good. And do you have any? Do you have like the best good example or the best practice from your experience that the media report that help to improve the situation? Do you have any cases?
You mean case studies for where the lives of women were improved? Definitely we have a number of cases where the women's lives were improved. I'll just give me, I'm not getting it.
So, next question, or maybe we can move on to the next question. How do you foresee the future of women? I mean, I
will see the future of women very promising, because I think why is society is having problems. The problem I feel, to my perspective, is because of the lack of education. When you will start educating women, you will see the ignorance will go and the rights of women will also come on their own. Women who are educated, you will see their life is different from the women who are not educated, because in my country there are a number of illiterate women. So if you compare the lives of these two women, it is here and there. But once you start giving education to these women, I see the future will be really very promising. And we can say this is an utopia, that you dream of an egalitarian society. And I think we are taking a lot of steps towards achieving that egalitarian society. And I'm saying that future, inshallah, and I'm hopeful, will be an egalitarian one.